FBI Director James Comey made a big announcement on Hillary Clinton's email investigation yesterday. Will there be an indictment? That's the question. Let's watch and see.
From the group of 30,000 emails returned to the State Department in 2014, 110 emails in 52 email chains have been determined by the owning agency to contain classified information at the time they were sent or received. 8 of those chains contained information that was top secret at the time they were sent. 36 of those chains contained secret information at the time, and 8 contained confidential information at the time. That's the lowest level of classification. Separate from those, about 2,000 additional emails were upclassified to make them confidential. Those emails had not been classified at the time that they were sent or received. The FBI also discovered several thousand work-related emails that were not among the group of 30,000 emails returned by Secretary Clinton to State in 2014. Although we did not find clear evidence that Secretary Clinton or her colleagues intended to violate laws governing the handling of classified information, there is evidence that they were extremely careless in their handling of very sensitive, highly classified information. For example, 7 email chains concern matters that were classified at the top secret special access program at the time they were sent and received. Those chains involve Secretary Clinton both sending emails about those matters and receiving emails about those same matters. There is evidence to support a conclusion that any reasonable person in Secretary Clinton's position or in the position of those with whom she was corresponding about those matters should have known that an unclassified system was no place for that conversation. In addition to this highly sensitive information, we also found information that was properly classified as secret by the U.S. intelligence community at the time it was discussed on email. That is, excluding any later up-classified emails. None of these emails should have been on any kind of unclassified system, but their presence is especially concerning because all of these emails were housed on unclassified personal servers, not even supported by full-time security staff like those found at agencies and departments of the United States government, or even with a commercial email service like Gmail. With respect to potential computer intrusion by hostile actors, we did not find direct evidence that Secretary Clinton's personal email domain, in its various configurations since 2009, was hacked successfully. But given the nature of the system and of the actors potentially involved, we assess we would be unlikely to see such direct evidence. We do assess that hostile actors gained access to the private commercial email accounts of people with whom Secretary Clinton was in regular contact from her personal account. We also assess that Secretary Clinton's use of a personal email domain was both known by a large number of people and readily apparent. She also used her personal email extensively while outside the United States, including sending and receiving work-related emails in the territory of sophisticated adversaries. Given that combination of factors, we assess it is possible that hostile actors gained access to Secretary Clinton's personal email account. Although there is evidence of potential violations of the statutes regarding the handling of classified information, our judgment is that no reasonable prosecutor would bring such a case. All the cases prosecuted involved some combination of clearly intentional and willful mishandling of classified information or vast quantities of information exposed in such a way as to support an inference of intentional misconduct or indications of disloyalty to the United States or efforts to obstruct justice. We do not see those things here. We are expressing to justice our view that no charges are appropriate in this case.
Wow. Okay, let's go through this. 110 emails in 52 email chains contained classified information. 36 emails contained secret information. 8 contained top secret information. The highest level of secrecy. Top secret. Okay. Personal servers. So she used her personal servers Remember, it's not just a personal email. People who didn't read about this, that's what they think it was. That's what I thought it was not that long ago. Like, oh, what do you mean? She just used personal email. Colin Powell used personal email. Who cares? It's not a big deal. No. She used a personal email on a personal server. She had servers, plural, built into her fucking house. So she used her personal servers. It had no full-time security. And according to the FBI, worse security than if you were to just use Gmail. Are you fucking kidding me? You're Secretary of State. What kind of a joke is this? And then he says, yeah, well, hostile actors gained access to some of the emails. What? Okay. Conversation over. Where are the charges? What are you talking about? And she sent and received emails around sophisticated adversaries. So in other words, she would visit, Russia, for example, and have meetings with whomever there, and then at night start sending emails from her personal email using her personal server, and it was wide open. The security was non-existent. I mean, he says, look, we don't have any direct evidence that people hacked it, but in those instances, from the sophisticated other adversarial state actors. But we don't know we would be able to find if they did. Oh, God. So then at the end of all that, what does he say? He goes, but I wouldn't recommend, no reasonable person would bring charges here. I mean, come on. But hold on, you just gave me like a list of multiple crimes that were committed, that we know that you can't use classified information like this. But he goes on to say, but the standard is we need to find indications of disloyalty to the United States of America. If that was your standard from the beginning, why did you bother investigating at all? We're talking about Hillary Clinton. We're talking about the Secretary of State. Even her biggest adversaries, well, that's not true. Maybe there are some right-wing talk show hosts who would claim this. But, over 90% of the American people would admit, even if they despise Hillary Clinton with every fiber of their being, even a lot of right-wing idiots would admit, like, yeah, I hate her. But I don't think, she's a secret Russian spy? She's a Manchurian candidate? I am trying to take down the United States of America from within. That's what I'm doing. No, they disagree with her and they hate her ideas and they hate her policies and they think she's corrupt and blah, 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 blah. But who argued? I didn't hear anybody argue in the context of this case. Well, I think that the reason why she's using the private email server is that she can give all the information to our adversaries like Russia, and she's really working for Vladimir Putin. But that's the standard they set up. Indications of disloyalty. They want to see indications of disloyalty to the United States. So in other words, unless Hillary Clinton is a spy, you're not going to bring any charges. So again, why did you even bother doing the investigation? No, that's ridiculous. The standard you set up is not the right standard. Because she broke the law. They're admitting she broke the law. There's no question she broke the law. But they're like, nah, we don't really care. We don't really care because we don't think she's a Russian spy. Well then, for fuck's sake, free everybody who committed similar crimes. But actually, furthermore, since you're so obsessed with intent, was it her intent to leak the information to bad actors? No, so she's clear. You want to talk about intent and fucking Edward Snowden is still exiled from the United States of America? Here's a guy who said, he's crystal clear, he's proven it time and time again, he's on the record. Hey, I'm leaking this information because this is a violation of the constitutional rights of the American people. You have no more Fourth Amendment protections from unreasonable search and seizure. They're storing all of your metadata. Here I am a whistleblower. We need to change this system. We need to have an open and honest debate about it because they're doing things that are wildly unconstitutional. I am doing this because I care about the Constitution, I care about America, I care about rule of law, and I care about the American people. That is my intent. And what do they say? Oh, no, who cares about intent? Puh, you broke the letter of the law, and that's all that fucking matters. Except when it's Hillary Clinton, in which case, we admit you broke the letter of the law, but we don't give a fuck. Why? She's powerful. She's rich, she's powerful, she is the establishment, she's part of the system, and she's perhaps the only person at this point standing between a Donald Trump presidency in the United States. So what do they go? sweep it under the rug. Yeah, she broke laws, but what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do? I'll tell you what the fuck you're going to do. You're going to free Chelsea Manning. You're going to free Edward Snowden. You're going to free everybody who committed a similar crime. There are articles that were leaking last night. Amazing about U.S. diplomats, for example, who did far less than what Hillary did. Boom, their life ruined, found guilty. All just amazing stories of much less criminal actions that didn't reach the level of Hillary Clinton and found guilty. But with Hillary Clinton, not even a goddamn indictment. What a sick, pathetic joke this is. You're going to talk to us about classified information and intent? Well, she didn't mean to do any bad. Well, Edward Snowden, not only did he not mean to do any bad, he meant to do good. He meant to care about the Constitution in America, and he's fucking exiled. Chelsea Manning is sitting in prison for 35 years. What an unbelievably grotesque system we have. I would like some consistency, please. I'd like some consistency.